Friends, hello everyone, and as always, you're on the Healthy Movement channel. My name is Maxim Mancher. I am a specialist in physical therapy and co-founder of a network of Kinesitherapy centers. That is, therapy with the help of movement, which is called Healthy Movement. And today we will learn how to do self-massage for hip pain and Coxarthrosis. So be sure to subscribe to the channel to be the first to know about our useful videos that come out every week. Let's go! And of course, if there are not enough exercises that we post on the channel, you can always contact our centers, which are located in Europe and Dubai. I will leave all the contacts below. Please contact us. As always, I want to tell a little theory, because without it, it is minus 50% of success, so please be patient and listen. All of you know what Coxarthrosis is. It is degenerative dystrophic changes in the hip joint. That is, conditionally speaking, there is our pelvis and directly the femur. If they rub against each other a lot, pain and inflammation appear. Why does this happen? Most often the muscle corset of the leg, hip, pelvis, and buttocks cannot cope with the load that falls on the joint itself. It takes an entire load of its own body weight, and the muscles as a framework. You're not able to joint. Therefore, there is an inflammatory process. Muscles shorten, blood circulation in the joints deteriorates, and accordingly roughness increases. Inside the joint there is so-called synovial fluid, which lubricates this joint and it moves well. And if this fluid is reduced when the muscles are compressed and the nutrition is impaired, accordingly the roughness increases much faster. So the purpose of today's massage is to relieve pain and secondly, to increase blood circulation in order to at least stop the processes of pain and Coxarthrosis development. So please find a comfortable place and let's get started. So friends, I suggest you sit down on a chair like this. You can sit on the couch so that your legs are relaxed. And we will work on the leg that is hurting, that has Coxarthrosis. What muscle groups are we interested in? The anterior muscle group, namely the quadriceps. The side muscle group, the quadriceps and biceps. The adductor muscle group, and the posterior surface of the thigh. Also the glutes. They're the most massive and deliver the most blood and nutrition directly to our joints. Let's start with the quadriceps. Look what I'm doing. The base of the palm, this is the part of our arm, one arm and the other one. This is the most important element of our arm that we're going to work. The foot is relaxed. What we do? We start from the knee and move upwards towards our groin. And work it through, like kneading dough. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And we come to the edge here, not the inner part of the groin, but the edge. This is where the muscle attaches to the pelvis. You'll probably feel it. If you lift up a leg, you will feel that here is tense. Then we go from below the knee to this point. Work on the second one. 1, 2, 1, 2. We should feel this muscle like a dough rolling around. And here I go to this point, and maybe most likely, it will be the most painful. I need it well. Third time. Why do I tell you to do it from the bottom up? Look, because the lymph nodes are in our groin area, and we always have to pump blood. So in any massage from the distal extremities towards the lymph nodes. That's the first thing. Second, we must pump the blood from the large muscle masses, in which the blood remains, in the direction of our hip joint. And so we work through it again. Everyone does it at their own pace with no rush. Find the end point and focus on it. Kneading. If you have someone who can help, they can do this massage in exactly the same way. But it's not necessary. You can do it on your own. Turn on this video and repeat after me. You can do this 10 times. You should feel your quadriceps warming up. That will be the result of your work. 30 seconds rest, drink water, and start the second part. Exercise number 2, the lateral external part. Sit like this, put your leg at a slight angle. And don't press hard, because it will probably hurt in the hip joint. I hold on with my left hand, and with my right hand, again, I move from the knee towards the hip joint. Then you'll feel a bone right here. So at the level of the buttock and a little bit higher, there will be a muscle again, and we're going to need it again. The third repetition is the same. If you feel some pain, you can breathe. Help yourself with exhalation, that is, we do this movement and here at the end, we work through. If it is difficult, if your hands are tired, you can rest for 30 seconds and then repeat a few more repetitions. What is the main goal? How many reps should we do? You should do exactly as many reps as you feel that it has warmed up and the blood is flowing. If there are some most painful points, we concentrate on them the most. For example, I have the most painful point here. I can even work directly with this point with my fingers. Do not be afraid of this pain, but on the contrary, work on these trigger points. 30 seconds of rest and drink water. Why? We need a lot of water to nourish our joints, because we all know that the water is gone from this joint. The roughness increases, so the friction increases. Our job is to improve blood circulation. The more water in the blood, the better it will be for the joint itself. So drink water during the exercise, 1 or 2 sips after each series of movements. The third exercise. We're going to work on the inner part of the body, and as practice shows, when we move like this, we get the most acute pain. That's why I suggest to sit near the wall, with the leg resting against the wall. I work with my left hand in a circular motion, starting from the knee. My leg will not go sideways. I work it through, and I reach the center, approximately to the groin area. This is where lymph nodes start, so do not go deep into the groin area. Starting at the knee joint and ending here. That should be enough. You worked it out, just come back. Shake it off a little so that the muscles rest. Again, I work the same thing all the way down to the third part of the thigh. Worked it and shook it off a little bit, rest. Third, the same thing. 1, shake it off, rest, and again, the same principle. I can feel my whole thigh burning, 1, 2, and there. That's enough. 1 more time. I'm going to do a third part, and that'll be enough. Repeat the same number of times until you feel your leg warming up with each massage. You'll need more and more. It will not be enough just to walk 5 times. It is necessary to do 15 to 20 repetitions. Only in this way you will feel that the blood supply improves. Friends, one last exercise we need to do. We're going to need a water bottle. I have a 0.5. I didn't have a liter, but I recommend you take a liter at least. The bigger the better. Now, I'll explain why. The bottle must be with water, absolutely and preferably not as soft as mine. I just didn't have another one, but a stiffer one is better. I put it under my glutes and biceps and just roll it around. Massaging, I mean just rolling the gluteus maximus with the bottle. I can go forward, I can go back. I can emphasize a little bit more on the gluteal muscles. On the bench, you see, I find some painful trigger points and I emphasize them. I work it. It is desirable that the right leg should be completely relaxed. That is, I did not rest it on the floor, it was relaxed and I just rolled it. I worked through all painful points for 5 to 7 minutes. It will be quite enough. As a matter of fact, this was our final exercise. Friends, if you have bilateral coxarthrosis, then we do both on one and the other leg. If it is not bilateral, then it is necessary to do it on the leg that bothers us, and it is recommended to do the leg that does not bother us. I will explain why. We always avoid the leg with coxarthrosis and walk more on the healthy one, and it has the property to produce coxarthrosis in the same way. Therefore, it does not hurt to work out both legs in any case. Most importantly, do not forget to apply a cold compress for 10 to 15 seconds on each point, but very carefully with inguinal lymph nodes to avoid catching a cold. 10 to 15 seconds, not longer. I hope this complex really helped you. You can thank me by just hitting a like button on this video, and of course, subscribe in order to be the first to receive new useful videos on our channel. Also, write a comment on how much easier it became for you, and whether it did at all. I'm really interested. See you soon.